guy's got some talent. A lot of people are looking at him. Clint Boyer's helping him. I'm sure that he's got a bright future in motorsports. Cody, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
Well, we're just sitting here talking about how good a season you're having, man. That thing of yours is rocking and rolling, and you're driving it, man. Go back to last week out at Lakeside, that last lap deal.
No, yeah, for sure. This year's been a good season so far, and last weekend at Lakeside, I was running second, and honestly, I didn't know if I was going to win it or not, and so that last lap, I had to give it all in there. Once I went down in the corner and started going up, I knew that I was going to get it as long as I could come off the corner good enough. But
yeah, I was shocked. Like I was just saying right when you got on the phone, you know, I'll be honest with you, I thought he had you covered there because there's a sizable amount of car links between the two of you when you took that white flag. But, man, you must have really sailed it off in there deep to make that work.
No, yeah, he definitely had a good couple car links on me, and thank God for that stint power. We just pulled up there, and I just kept her wide open. We were able to sneak it in there.
You've been running well, not only at Lakeside Speedway, but Heartland Park, Topeka. How's things been going over there?
Yeah, for sure. We've been doing good at Heartland Park as well, and we've been struggling a little bit, but we've got a win over there also. But you know, hopefully, as the year goes on, we can get some more.
What's the big difference in the setup of the race cars versus Lakeside? A bigger track than Heartland Park, Topeka. The surface is pretty similar, but of course the size of the track's pretty different. How different are the setups?
Well, honestly, this Cyrock has been so good this year that we've just been going from Heartland Park or from Lakeside to Heartland Park, and all we've been doing is changing the gear and just, you know, driving the car. And that's what's been so awesome about this Cyrock is that we can just go from track to track and race it. And, you know, the car, and the car is awesome, period, you know.
Yeah. Cody, you've got a great involvement with Clint Boyer. I see you sporting around that fire suit with that big Clint Boyer emblem on it. Talk about your relationship with him and what it's meant to your program.
Oh, man, Clint and the whole Boyer family has done so much and has helped me so much because them guys, from when I was a little kid, about 5 years old, it was the Boyer family that got me into motocross racing. You know, and I did that professionally for, 14 years or something like that. And then it was when I was 16 or 17, the Boyer family again introduced me to Tim Kirk and, you know, showed me Clint's old Jack Daniels modified and wanted me to drive that and see if I liked it. And, you know, again, it was the Boyer family that got me involved in racing the dirt modified. And, you know, our relationship with them is so close and means so much just because of everything they've done for me. And Clint has helped me out tremendously on sponsors and the cars and just everything like that. You know, if it wasn't the Boyer family, I wouldn't be racing dirt cars. Let's just put it that way.
Cody, how often do you talk to him? And do you talk to him after every race, kind of give him an update how it went? When you feel like you might need to talk to somebody about what you need to do as a driver? Or how often do you talk to him, and what kind of advice do you ask from Clint when you get a chance to talk to him?
No, we don't. I mean, we try to keep in touch, but honestly, he's so busy and I'm so busy that, you know, it's not like we talk every day or every time after the races. I mean, we'll talk every now and again, just here and there, and then when he comes to town, obviously, he'll stop by the house and we'll talk or something like that. If he comes up to the Lakeside, you know, he always tries to help me out on the driving or gives me advice, but, I mean, on that part, we try to keep in touch. You know, it's not like he's always free to talk hours of the day. You know what I mean?
You know, he's got a great late model program over there. You ever think about what it'd be to drive one of those high-powered late models? And is that something that you want to do? I mean, where are you wanting this to go? Obviously, everybody wants to go to the top and make all the big bucks in NASCAR. I think most people do anyway. But one step at a time, would you like to move up to a late model?
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's my goal is that, you know, hopefully this year I really kick butt and do good and get a name out there for myself. And if not go beyond Clint's late model team, then go beyond something. And then hopefully just keep going and hopefully get to NASCAR. You know, I want to be able to do it with my talent and make it. But I don't know. We just got to keep trying and keep pushing, and we'll see what happens.
Well, that'd really make Emporia a big racing town if you were to get to Cup like Boyer is, wouldn't it?
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. It would for sure to have two of us coming out of Emporia into NASCAR. It'd be pretty cool.
How much do you think the motorcycle racing helped you in your four-wheel career?
Oh, so much. That's what I was talking about. One of the drivers last night is that I feel like, motocross. I wasn't ever that good of a guy on the starting gate, but I was always in the back, and I always had to pass people. And we only had like 7 laps, so it would always go all out and try to pass them. And then the track never stayed tacky. It always went like dry slick, and you always had to choose different lines. And that's what I feel like in car racing has helped me so much is being able to pass people, being able to read the track, and then being able to adjust to the track as the track changes. But not only that, when somebody, when the track's slick, to slow your corner entry down, to your tires are going to get hot, to try not to slide the car. I mean, I feel like everything from motocross has transferred over into the car racing. The only difference is with motocross I was standing up twisting the throttle, and car racing I'm sitting down pushing on the gas pedal.
Yeah. Do you think, we always used to talk about this with Clint when he first got into racing modifieds after, I think what he finished at Loretta Lynn, he finished 11th overall or something there one year. Mm-hmm. We always talk about the seat of the pants and how much you can take from a motorcycle to a modified. I'm not sure you can take a lot, but I think that something about that feel in your butt when you're sliding that car around, though, it helps a little bit, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, for sure. It definitely does. Like the motocross, you could always feel if you're getting on it too much and you were, spinning your back wheel faster than it should have been going or something like that, and it was getting skady. I mean, like all of that stuff, that transfers right over into the car because it's like the same thing. You can feel it in the seat of your car if you're roasting the tires or if you're getting a wheel spin and it's not going anywhere,
What other races you got on the schedule besides every week at Lakeside and Heartland Park?
Well, if they're not racing and if we're not doing anything, we're going to try to do some USMTS races, and then if we're not doing those, just try to go anywhere like down to Humboldt or Wheatland or just, go have some fun at some other tracks.
Well, Cody, thanks a lot for checking in with us this morning. You got a specific game plan on how you're going to attack BriggsAuto.com Speedway? I guess that's what they call that track now, right?
Yeah, no, that is. No, just the same goal that we have every single weekend. Going out there and trying to finish the race in the top, 5, and if we can win, if not, just finish the race the best we can.
Hey, Cody, is that originally you had Clint's car, if I'm not mistaken, is Jack Daniels' car? Is that still the same car you're running?
No, my first year I started, for those first 2 years, I had Clint's Jack Daniels' car, and then my third year I got Clint's Cheerios car that he won those 3 races and that championship, right, or whatever you want to call it, down at Volusia. And then this year I got a brand new 2012 Shyrock chassis.
Oh, good.
Yeah, no, it's been
all right, man. Well, good luck to you in the future, man. We're keeping an eye on you. You look like you're an up-and-comer, and who knows what the future holds for you. But you're well-spoken and hell of a driver, and looks like you got things in place. You got the right connections and partnerships and everything. Everything's set up for you, man. All you got to do now is just go out and do it, right?
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. It's just all up to me now because I got a good car, got a good team, got good equipment. It's just up to me to get her done.
Thanks, Cody.
Good luck to you, Cody. Thanks for being on the show. Appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you, guys. Nice talking to you.
All right, there he is, Cody Agler, back-to-back wins at Lakeside Speedway last week and the time before that, and of course last night. Another Shyrock car came through with the win, Tim Carrick, and we'll see Tim out here at the Valley, and Cody going to Heartland Park, Topeka tonight, so head on over there. They've had some good races over there, Scott, and Terry Watlin's been doing a great job over there running that program, but the biggest comments that I've heard about Heartland Park is the track conditions have been really good over there this year.
Well, let's face it. I think everything that's going on over there has the thumbprint of Terry Watlin on it. His input to the people prepping the track, the way the place is ran, the consistency. I talked to Terry out at Lakeside Speedway a week ago when I was out there. Told him that, man, all I'm hearing is good things about what he's doing up there, and I can tell you Terry's enjoying it. I really believe that Terry Watlin, there couldn't have been a much better hire. I don't even know who it would have been better to hire as a general manager or somebody that runs the facility or track operator than Terry. I mean, at any track. I think somebody probably should have taken a look at this a long time ago. And I'm not sure that Terry wanted to do it prior to Heartland Park, Topeka. But it seems like a no-brainer looking back on it that he's the guy that a lot of people should have looked at some point.
Yeah, I mean, the experience that he's had around racetracks, I mean, this guy's been flagging for years. He's seen how things are done, what to do and what not to do. Last week I heard they got the show over in a very timely fashion, so they're doing that, running the races off in good order. And I'm sure he gets a lot of help from his wife, Vicky, over there, too. And you know, that's pretty good choice by Heartland Park to put Terry in charge over there, no doubt. He knows the racers. He knows the culture of it.
Let's face it.
Yeah.
Let's face it, Kirk, he's still doing his job over there at Lakeside Speedway, so he's double dipping here. He's, you know, I know that they have their own competition director over there, but Terry Watland probably has a lot of influence on that as well. So key roles at two major racetracks, two of the most popular racetracks in our region.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. And, you know, the biggest thing I see at these local racetracks, you know, the tinkering of the rules. That's what really gets the racers sideways. They don't want to see a lot of changes in the rules. You know, try to leave them the same for a while, you know, because anytime you make rule changes, that just ends up costing all these racers a lot of money, and you really don't know what that solves. So try to keep it simple. Terry Watland seems to me like a simple guy that just likes to keep things, you know, just don't try to fix what's not broken. Isn't that the way to go?
Keep it simple, stupid, right, Kirk?
That's what I like. So, but anyway, I don't know. We've seen there's a thread that's on RacinBoys forum now that everybody's trying to push to 5,000 views, has to do with street stock rules out at Valley Speedway, and a lot of, you know, what can be done there. Well, my idea is keep it to where it's not costing the racer a lot of money. You know, if you can have a set of rules, especially for the entry level classes, that are such that a guy can build a car cheap and feels he can come out and at least be competitive with that car, that's the goal you should strive for. And don't let the rules creep from year to year. Try to stay on top of it.
Well, here's another thing that you need to think about. A lot of times it takes a person a year or so to build a car, you know, and you don't want somebody, and I've seen this happen before, and I've actually heard people talk about it on our forum board, where they start to build a car, and it's taking them a lot longer than they were hoping to, and they get the car done, and about a year and a half later, now the rules are different than they were when they started to build the car. So you got to think like that. Consistency, you know, we've seen rule changes really, really affect racetracks in the past. I mean, I-70, and it's a perfect example of a lot of the downfall of that racetrack. Had to do with changing the rules. Like, for example, the modifieds out there were the most popular class at I-70 for years. Next thing you know, new owner comes in, now you can run crate motors, now we're going to run 10-inch tires and wheels. Oh, that didn't work. We're going to go back to 8-inch tires and wheels. Now we're going to go from 352-barrel carburetors to 550 or 500 carburetors to 4412. I mean, those are the kind of situations that will devastate a class. And here, you know, they went from averaging probably somewhere around 20 modifieds to the last year they had them to 4 or 5. And again, that had a lot to do with changing the rules. And anybody that knows anything knows that if you cost the racers a lot of money, you're going to run them out of business.
Yeah, and I'm worried. Where are you going to get the next generation of racers? I'm worried about that because, you know, the cost of racing right now, and a lot of these young kids, you know, they don't even have auto mechanics courses in school a lot of times anymore. They've got other things they're working on. I mean, aren't you concerned that we're going to find the same type of kids that'll want to do this? And where's this going to be in another 10 years?
Well, I think we're going to be okay. I think with time, we're going to see the new generation kids, you know, with Twitter and Facebook and everything. I think, to use Brad Keselowski as an example, he's good for the sport because he's reaching out to those kids that like to use Twitter and Facebook and all the social networks that are available out there. And I think over a period of time, those social networks are going to lead to young people being more interested in the sport. I think it's going to take that to get them there more so than it is their parents taking them to the racetrack. Now, don't take that wrong. We want the parents to take the kids. I mean, once the kids are hooked, the parents follow.